Hello, Era.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
We're doing fine. How are you doing?
Doing very well. I'm very excited to talk with you because as one big family, we need to push this message out there because every year it seems like it's like Shark Week. We've got to keep reminding people of the dangers that, like the House of Horror. There's a lot of things that are going wrong.
Absolutely. So thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to finding it in your heart to bring this forward, I can't imagine the strength the two of you have gone through in order to make it possible for the rest of us who will receive this on A&E.
Well, we feel it's important. We don't want any other family to experience what we have. And we just want to create awareness that, this is going on. And it will continue to go on as long as sororities and fraternities and other organizations are still going on. So we just feel it's very important to create awareness for everybody. To do your homework if you are planning, if any, your child's planning to join any type of these organizations, that you should research, talk to other students who are part of that organization. Just make sure that, there's any other violations that particular fraternity or sorority had. And if you feel your child's not ready, they can always wait another semester, which I think that should be mandatory. I don't think a lot of these people are really prepared. I mean, they're first of all going off to college. That's a big step. And then also to be joining an organization that is, basically, brainwashing you and having you do things that you're uncomfortable with. So we just want to create.
Living off campus is so important because it keeps the family together. But then again, when you have other people, let's say if they're going out to another university at a different state, I mean, that's going to be the challenge as well. But still, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why there's so much secrecy. Because I know when I've sat down with college students and you ask them about this, all you do is you get rolled eyes or you get that little smirk. And it's like, why won't you talk to me? Why won't you talk to me about this?
Exactly. I mean, you hit a sore spot for me, and it's right. We don't get it. The code of silence is very real. No one talks, and it doesn't matter who it is. You might even know the person. They're not even going to talk because they are brainwashed. As soon as they step into that fraternity environment, there's a code of silence. It's in the bylaws of the fraternity, and boy, they stick to it during life or death. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. And we're talking about hazing, abuse, racism. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on, and they don't have a legal license to even be doing this.
Well, no, the fraternity that Danny was joining, they were sanctioned 2 times, and they weren't allowed to be having any type of party or event in that house, and they don't think the rules apply to them. They don't think that anything's going to happen.
Well, the second sanction was 13 days before the incident.
Wow.
So think about that. They knew that, and they had, the local chapter, they had vice presidents, they had all these titles, and they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything about it. They just say, all right, we'll get through it. But there's also 23 cameras in the house also. They forgot about that.
What is the psychology behind this? Is it a structure of trying to be leaders? I mean, I don't understand why someone would feel like that they've got to be over somebody else. And I'm wondering if is it a weakness? What is the psychology behind it?
Well, I think for a lot of these upperclassmen that they felt they had that done to them, so they're going to do it to the incoming pledges.
Right.
So that's kind of their mentality, and it's kind of like a control thing that they have over these kids, and it's mind games, and I don't know, it's not brotherhood. I don't know how you could really consider these people friends after the end of the process, because they're not really getting to know these pledges. They're torturing them. And I don't understand the mentality behind it, but I just think it's more of a control thing.
It's all brotherhood until something bad happens.
6 episodes. I can't imagine. there's going to be universities that are going to pull this out and they're going to use it as a tool, and they're going to sit down with these students and say, hey, look, learn something from this so it doesn't happen here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I hope they do. They just have to educate these kids more. I think it has to start in high schools. You have to start educating these seniors that are going off to college that this is what's going on.
Well, you also have to be tougher. Like if something bad happens, sorry, you got to expel the kids. Yeah. You can't mess around with things. That's it. And Missouri stepped up to the plate, I'll tell you that. Because University of Missouri and other states should follow what they did in Danny's situation.
Wow. What have you learned as a family and as a leader in the community now that we need to really pay attention to?
Well, I mean, as a family, you're stronger than you think, because I always thought I would never be able to handle a situation like this. But it's brought us closer. I feel that there are a lot of bad people in the world, but there's also a lot of really good people. And we've been so supportive by our family, friends, community. I think that, everybody just needs to just do their research and do their homework and hopefully, us getting out there and sharing our story will save more lives and just make more people aware.
But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world if you don't join a fraternity.
Right.
I mean, life goes on.
So true. So true. How about a website where people can reach out?
I'm not familiar with that one.
Is there a website that anybody can reach out to? I mean, because people, they're going to have questions and they're going to want to know, how can I learn more about this?
You can just Google. So if you are, planning to go to university, I would talk to the people there and ask them if, what their history has been with some of these organizations. And just, I would probably just say Google it.
Universities are going to be held accountable. They have to, make sure that every incident out there, every incident that happened is out there. Otherwise, funding will be pulled. That's a national federal law that's going to be passed eventually soon. So, so everyone has to get in the game.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this, guys. I hope to talk with you many, many more times in the future so we can keep pushing this word out there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
You be brilliant today.